say more Conservative MPs will be elected for Andrew Scheer to become the Prime Minister. So, we have here, that's the purpose. We have meet and greet Michael Kram because he's running or soon to be elected if he will have more votes in Regina-Wascana. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce Michael Kram.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for being here tonight in support of my election campaign. And I would especially like to thank all of the volunteers who worked so hard and sold so many tickets for making this evening possible. I have a bad habit of, sometimes I'll name the volunteers and then I'll forget someone, so I'm not going to name names, but if you volunteered tonight, thank you so much for your support. And can we have a round of applause for all the volunteers? And so, my name is Michael Kram, and I am the Conservative Party candidate for Regina-Wascana in this year's federal election. And with your help, I will be the next Member of Parliament for this riding and represent our interests in the House of Commons in Ottawa. As someone who was born and raised in this riding, and born and raised here in Regina, it's exciting to see so many immigrant communities who have made our city their home over the last several years. And the reason why so many people have chosen to move to Regina from all around the world is because Regina has always been a place where people can earn a decent living and spend time with friends and family. Regina and Saskatchewan have always been a place where if you work hard and if you study hard and if you treat others the way you would like to be treated, then you can be anything that you want to be, and you can provide a better standard of living for your children and grandchildren. 2019 is an important year for our community. People need to realize just how much everything that we have built here is in jeopardy because of the Liberal government in Ottawa. The Liberals recently decided to impose a carbon tax on Saskatchewan. That means that if you heat your home, your taxes are going up. If you fill your car up with gas, then your taxes are going up. If you use electricity, if you charge your cell phone, or if you turn on your TV or your computer, your taxes are going up. But that is only half the story. What about businesses? I know we have a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs here this evening. If you own a restaurant, your input costs will go up. If you're a taxi driver, your input costs will go up too. And if you own a retail store and the products on the shelves are brought in by trucks, then your input costs will go up. The Liberals' carbon tax is going to affect everything. Now, some businesses will simply pass along the costs to their customers. However, other businesses are going to avoid paying the tax altogether. And the way they will do that is to simply pack up and move somewhere else. For example, just a short drive south of the city, there are many oil wells drilling oil out of the ground. Those oil deposits don't stop at the Canada-US border. They stretch for many kilometers into the United States. If you owned a drilling company, you would be crazy to drill for oil on this side of the border. The way that drilling companies are going to avoid paying the carbon tax is to just drill for oil, not in Canada, but in the United States. And when resource companies pack up and leave this province, it makes it that much more difficult for small businesses and restaurants and every other type of business to make ends meet and to survive here in Saskatchewan. I don't want to see Saskatchewan to return to the dark old days where people were moving away from this province. I want to see a Saskatchewan where people can have a decent standard of living right here. And that is why Andrew Scheer, as leader of the Conservative Party, and why myself, as the next Member of Parliament for Regina-Wascana, have promised that the first thing we will do after winning this October's election is to cancel the carbon tax. And then we can all get on with building a better future for our children and grandchildren. And so, in conclusion, I would like to say, salamat, thank you very much for being here, and thank you for your support. Thank you very much.